Hello everyone, this is the ProTory channel. Today I'm going to start this engine. This is a Mercedes-Benz OM 442, a V8 naturally aspirated engine. There are videos on my channel about disassembling and repairing this engine. I'll leave a link in the description for those who haven't seen it. You can check it out if interested. Now I'm going to start. I poured in the oil, 25 liters, and filled it with water. That's it, I closed off all the channels. My small pump has a minor leak. I quickly chose the pump, and its fiber gasket is slightly leaking. This isn't the original pump. I just needed a way to fill it with water so it would run a bit longer. I connected the starter and batteries, but didn't prime it or hook up the diesel. I'm going to try turning it over. All right, everything's working. Let's continue. So I hooked up all the pipes, put everything back together again, everything I had. This is how it all looks now. This is my tank with the usual bottles. It's my supply. The supply goes to the filter, then to the hand pump. From the hand pump, it goes to the low pressure fuel pump. From the low pressure fuel pump, it goes to the high pressure fuel pump. Next, this is my return line. That is, I have a return line from the injectors, and this goes directly back to the tank. So I poured a little diesel just to flush the pump. I won't start the engine on this diesel. I'll just use this diesel to pump it through so it circulates and flushes out the pump. There might be some dirt in the tubes or the pump. Then I'll change the diesel, pour in fresh fuel, and start the engine. I also want to show how my throttle cable works now. So this is how I pump it. I'm trying to pump it. So as you can see, there's dirt coming out. That means there's still some dirt in the tubes and the pump. So we've got dirt coming out. So that the dirt doesn't just circulate, I set up the supply line into a canister with clean diesel, and the return line goes into this bottle. Now I'll pump about half a liter, maybe more, until I get clean diesel coming through. And now we can hear the characteristic sound of the check valve. This means that preliminary pressure has built up in the fuel pump, about 1.5 to 2 atmospheres. It became much harder for me to pump. I'll pump until the bottle is full and set the diesel aside. Alright, that's it. We can see that we have clean diesel coming through. No air, no foam. The pump is primed. We can remove it and set up the tank for starting. Alright, so I changed the bottle with diesel. I poured clean diesel into a clean bottle. I taped it a bit so it won't fall off from the vibration. I'm pumping it a little more. Now I see that it pushed out the air that got into the hose when I moved it from one canister to another. Well, I think that's enough. Now I'll try to start it first with low throttle, then with more throttle. Alright, I'm trying to start it, giving it a little throttle. Alright, that's normal. Now I'll pump it again and give it more throttle. It wants to, it wants to. I forgot to put the cap on, causing an oil spill. I then installed a solid gasket and put the cap back. I also connected another pressure gauge that I had forgotten about earlier. Alright, that's it, I'm trying, I was starting it up. Cylinder heads I've heated up to 40 degrees. I think that's enough. I've already used up almost all the diesel, almost a liter, so basically everything's fine. $50, it's running well, the pressure is good. So this is the video I ended up with. Thank you for watching. Good luck, goodbye.